Hi guys, welcome to a new episode of CryptoShiv. My name is Shivang Jatwani and I'm your host for this channel. Today's episode is all about this very special, very bullish, very upcoming cryptocurrency called AVAX or Avalanche. In this video, we're going to be talking about Avalanche in depth, in detail. So if you really want to invest in this project or have been looking for this project, for a while, this is a video for you. Watch this video till the end. Do like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And without wasting any time, we'll go straight into the content. So what is AVAX? So AVAX is basically the cryptocurrency that runs the Avalanche blockchain. The Avalanche blockchain is basically an open source blockchain which can be used to create, smart contracts, which is basically a competitor to Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, and the likes of the coins that are in the smart contract field. So, how is AVAX special and why should you invest in AVAX right now? So AVAX launched in September 2020, and since September 2020, it has seen a massive uprise. It launched around zero point 0.5 cents and is trading around $111 right now, which is an all-time high of about $147. So, in about a year and a half, AVAX went from about $1 to $147, which is about that's a pretty big rise. If you bought it at a dollar and are seeing it trade at around $100, that's basically 100% rise, 1,000% rise. So coming to the coin, what is happening with AVAX? What is in the future for AVAX? So Avalanche is basically an open source platform for smart contracts, but it is so much more than that because of the fact that Avalanche has a pretty big ecosystem for it. Avalanche has a DeFi area and infrastructure area, NFTs, nodes, stablecoin, trading bots, oracles, payments, wealth management, gaming, play to earn, and security. Everything on the Avalanche blockchain is basically about to explode because of the fact that Avalanche is much, much, much more secure than Bitcoin and Ethereum. B, Avalanche is now a number 4 for the total value locked on the staking platforms, as it has a total value locked of $12.26 billion in staking. It comes after Luna, which is at $20 billion, and then comes the Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, which I guess at number 1 is Ethereum. Ethereum and Bitcoin are the similar. Then it comes Binance, then comes Luna, and then comes Avalanche. So why should you choose Avalanche, and why is it more secure than Ethereum and Bitcoin? So to initiate an attack on the Ethereum or the Bitcoin network, you need 51% of the control of all the mining rigs and of the basically the whole network. You need 51% control of the network. But since 51% control is already a tough thing to do, for Avalanche you need 80% control of the network to initiate an attack and attack the blockchain, making it much 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 more secure than Avalanche than Bitcoin and Ethereum. And also the fact that over the last 1 year, basically since in this year alone, since the all-time low of $10, it is now trading at $111 or $115 right now, which basically gives us a 10x over the past 6 months. Avalanche has 10x over the past 6 months, and in 2022 there are so much more functionalities coming to Avalanche that this coin can easily be in the top 10, which it isn't at the moment. It is in the top 15 at the moment. So how can you earn money on Avalanche? What is happening, and what should you be looking out for in the Avalanche network? So the first thing you can do to earn money in the Avalanche network is obviously buy the crypto, trade the crypto, sell the crypto, all that stuff, hold your coins and whatever. But staking in the Avalanche network is a pretty big I'm gonna say beneficial. It's pretty beneficial for you if you stake Avalanche, as staking rewards on the Avalanche network are much much higher than other networks. If you really look at the Avalanche website and you see that if you own 10 Avalanche or are staking around 10 Avalanche, you can get a yearly return of about 10%, which means that if I buy 100 Avalanche, I could get a return of about $1,200 yearly through just taking a loan. So holding my 100 Avalanche is basically those 100 Avalanche are with me throughout. Those 100 Avalanche are secure, and also the fact that I am earning an interest on those Avalanche per year, which turns out to be $1,200 per 100 Avalanche, which turns out to be 9.82%. you can earn up to 11% on APY on AVAX. Also, the fact that there are no lock-in periods. There was only a lock-in period for the initial investors, where people gave or the AVA network or the AVA company gave, AVA Labs gave Avalanche to the initial investors, and they have a locking period of about 2 years. That 2 year period is about to end, and the details for those unlockings can be found on the AVA website. So why does the unlocking matter, and why should you care about the unlocking schedule of Avalanche investors? Unlocking basically states that when you buy Avalanche at, let's say the earliest price was zero point 0.5 cents. People who bought Avalanche at zero point 0.5 cents are obviously raking massive profits right now because it's at $111. So to stop those people from selling their coins at a much higher price, which it has at right now. And if they sell it right now, 127 million coins were distributed back then. So if 127 million coins are sold at an all-time high right now, or well, near the all-time high, the Avalanche network will basically crumble. So to avoid that, they put in a lock-in period, and they did a phased lockout. So this is basically the unlocking schedule for that phased lock-in. The 127 million coins that were initially given to investors are being unlocked in this, basically staged rollout: 10%, 22%, 22.5%. The last unlocking date is basically going to be the 4th of March in 2022. All the unlockings have already taken place. All of that happened in 2021. The last unlocking is going to take place on the 4th of March 2022. So that one day is when you can honestly expect a lot of price action change, because when unlockings happen, there are going to be people who are going to be selling their Avalanche, and there are going to be people who are still going to be holding it. So at the end of it, Avalanche is much more secure than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Avalanche has already number 4 total value locked. It has risen. It has already 10x'd in the past 6 months. But also the fact that with the total value locked, being $12.26 billion, this is not the all-time high. The all-time high for the total value locked was $13.6 billion earlier this month in December. So basically, when Bitcoin dropped, all cryptocurrencies dropped. People sold their Avalanche. People who did not, have a lock-in period sold their Avalanche. But that does not mean that we can't go much higher towards the 15 to 20 billion dollar mark, as Bitcoin and Ethereum and the whole cryptocurrency market explodes essentially. So coming to what matters, coming down to the brass tacks, the point is, on the Avalanche 4 hourly chart, you can see that we are sort of forming this cup right here, with the handle being formed right now, and the handle should have a stopping value of about $107. I'm just gonna mark this $107 line right here. 1 second. So yep. So this line right here is where the handle should be stopping. If we do see it dipping below, it could go as low as $98, but that will be an extremely bearish scenario. Also, the fact that Bitcoin is now picking up pace and going up, so we could see Avalanche going up, crossing its all-time high of about $147 and getting to the $193 level, which is at the 3.618 on the Fibonacci. So this is probably the right time to invest in Avalanche if you haven't already. We are at we are trading around $110, and we can go up to $190. So that is $80 of profit per Avalanche coin. For a short-term move, since this cup and handle pattern is forming, the target for this pattern will be around the $180 level, which coincides, somewhat coincides with the 3.618 on the Fibonacci. So Avalanche is pretty bullish at the moment, but also the fact that it has a very high transaction speed, about 4,500 transactions per second. If you want to compare it to Bitcoin and Ethereum, Bitcoin does 7 transactions per second, and Ethereum does around 15 transactions per second. So all of this is extremely bullish for Avalanche, and also the fact that Ava Labs, the creator of Avalanche, have some major partnerships coming up, and for those partnerships you have to go to the Discord channel, well, not the Discord channel, the Telegram channel. And yeah, I think that's basically it. A coin that has 10x'd in the past 6 months has number 4 total value locked. You can earn up to 11% APY by staking it. And also the fact that the dApps being built on the Avalanche are being built by, some of the biggest names you've ever heard. Aave is right here, Curve is right here. We also have MetaMask, we have SushiSwap, we have Pangolin, we have Paraswap, we have basically everything right here, right? Anchor, AnySwap, Apeboard, just the list keeps going on. Cartesi, Seller Network, Chainlink. So this is the right time to invest if you haven't already. Obviously, this is not financial advice. You have to do your own research before investing. And the target for Avalanche, we have already given you a target for the short term. Okay, this mouse has just been, we were at $180, right? So the target for Avalanche for the short term will be getting to the top of this cup and handle, which is $125. We are trading at 111 right now. After that, we should cross the 142, which is the 2.618 on the Fibonacci. And lastly, we will be getting to 180 to $193, which is the 3.16 on the Fibonacci. Going over the 3.16 on the Fibonacci to the 4.236 on the Fibonacci, which is the $225, is an extremely difficult task because we have already seen a big uprise of about 1300% this year. So I'm going to be saying that we are going to get to $193 max. 225 seems like a stretch, but if you want to buy it, buy now. And that's it for today. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.